knew that drive time was from 7:20 to like 7:40.
Right.
But I was so new to it, I thought as soon as a mic crack, you go in.
Right.
So at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, yeah, let's wake up. And everybody in the studio is like sleep, right? And then at 7:20, everybody get their energy. But I know that it's what's important with radio is that it's what is it called? Theater of the mind.
That's it.
Theater of the mind. So with that said, that I've always had theater of the mind anytime I crack a mic, and I love doing radio. It's fun. You get to reach the people.
But with you, with some of the things that that you've done, when you start talking about taking it in the face at 6 o'clock in the morning.
You know what? That was the worst transition, and you wanted to get it on so bad. Yeah, like some of the positive things, like take it in the face. Can you explain it?
I love it, though.
All right, let's rewind it. All right. Well,
Yeah.
when I did a special, it was called Ashy the Classy, right?
Right.
And I know that white people love acronyms. So part of my routine, I would go to a woman, I was like, pardon me, do you TITF? They'd be like, what's that? Take it in the face, Take it in the face is a new LOL. Do you TITF LOL? Take it in the face, laugh out loud. Do you WTF? I can't do it on the airway, but take it in the face. And you remember that, so it's one of the greatest acronyms in the history of radio.
Why is it? Why do white people love acronyms so much? I mean, you just kind of nailed it. It's so true. We do
I don't
love
know, because they don't have time to talk to you too much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't have time to say what the I'll just like, let me get a WTF, LOL,
Right.
TMI, and all that type of stuff.
Right.
So,
True. Donnell Rawlings, our guest here on 96K Rock at Off the Hook Comedy Club tonight through Sunday. That's 2500 Vanderbilt Beach Road in Naples inside Rose Seafood. And you can call for tickets 389-6901. So Chappelle is active now these days. Have you been...
I've been on tour with him. In fact, we just did 8 shows at the Tabernacle in
Awesome.
In Atlanta. We're going to do Aspen and Denver in July. And the big thing that's coming up, he did it last year. He did a residency at Radio City Music Hall, like 10 nights. 10 nights, sold out 6,500 people every night. But he's stepping the game up. And this year in August, he has a residency for the entire month of August. So,
wow.
It's got special guests. Chris Rock is doing a show. Childish Gambino is doing one of the shows. Ali Wong is doing. It's just like a nice group of great stand-ups and great musical acts at Radio City Music Hall. And I'm not doing all the dates, but I think I'll probably do like 50% of them, which is good. So I'm excited about that.
It's Donnell Rawlings. He's Ashy Larry from Chappelle
I'm not.
Show.
Wait. You're so disrespectful, man. I'm not Ashy Larry anymore. I'm Ashford Lawrence.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
And then when I'm in Southern Florida, I'm not ashy. It's too humid. It's too warm.
You don't need any cocoa butter down
no,
here?
I'm silky. I'm moisturized. I'm moisturized, Larry, here. But I love always coming here. I've been working with Off the Hook Comedy Club probably for like the last 7 years.
Yeah.
And it's every comic has like a place that they have to do. No matter where they get in their career, they have to go back just to reconnect with staff, reconnect with fans. And every year I come here, I always have a good time, and I'm excited to be here again.
Donnell, could you talk a little bit about your friend Charlie Murphy and such a sad thing and unexpected for a lot of us. We didn't know that he was sick, but can you tell people what kind of guy he was?
I'll just tell you, like we deal with death. For the most part, people deal with death the same way. You have some sympathy and empathy when you lose someone, but certain people are you really feel it. Some people you're not. Charlie Murphy was one of those people that you really felt it. I'll give you an example. If somebody ever come up to you like, I'm just using this name randomly, like, you remember Mike Jenkins, right? And then you're like, yeah, well, he passed away. And then you're like, okay. You know what I'm saying? It don't move you like that. But like, that's all you're going to say about Mike Jenkins? I'm like, man, Mike Jenkins owed me $10,000. If he didn't die, I was about to kill his ass next week. But Charlie Murphy, man, with anybody you talk to, he was one of those people that was, his personality was bigger than life. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he walked in the room, it was all about Charlie Murphy. I've been around him and his brothers and entire family. And as much as Eddie Murphy was a superstar, in that family, you knew Charlie Murphy was the one that everybody grew up with, like, this guy was funny. And when the world lost Charlie Murphy, it really hit me. And, like, I heard a lot of people say that, he was so young, he was 57. I'm one to believe that everybody's not going to live to 90. Everybody's not going to live to 100. You know what I'm saying? We all have our born date, and then we have that dash in the middle. And the most important thing in life is what you do in your dash. You know what I'm saying? And Charlie Murphy, his life, he lived his life to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? Like, he started stand-up, like, he was in his early 40s. and he started stand-up when his brother was one of the biggest names in stand-up. And to have that type of pressure to come behind Eddie Murphy
Right.
and still be able to create your own identity, like it's something to be said about that. And one of the things I really appreciate about his connection with Chappelle Show, when Charlie Murphy passed away, nobody was saying Eddie Murphy's brother passed away. They were saying Charlie Murphy passed away.
Charlie Murphy.
I was there at the memorial. I was there with Dave Chappelle and a lot of other people, and me and Dave Chappelle, we spoke, and it was very touching. Like, it was so many times that we cried through that service, and there was times that we laughed through that service, and this was something that stuck out, and it was deep and it was funny at the same time. Dave Chappelle looked at Charlie's kids and said, I just want to let you know the impact that your father had on my life, and I'll never forget the sentence that he said that changed my life. When Charlie Murphy said to Dave Chappelle, I fought Rick James on several occasions. You know what I'm saying? It was like, and it was a lot to that. As dope as Chappelle's show was, it was something about that moment. And it was something, I was there in the studio, and there's something about that moment. You knew something was crazy when Dave Chappelle popped up and he said, Charlie Murphy! We knew that something was different, and then and Charlie Murphy's connection to that show was interesting because Comedy Central with that sketch, True Hollywood Stories. First off, Comedy Central they thought that sketch was too long. Nobody in the history of sketch ever did a sketch that was pretty much the entire show, and they didn't think Charlie Murphy was funny.
Right.
So, cut to one of the most iconic sketches on that show was Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories. One of the things I will say about Charlie Murphy, one of the hardest working guys I know in show business, and if anything I want to take from his death and take with it in my life, is to continue to have the work ethics that he had, and just the hunger, and just try to take over the world. And on his memorial, on that pamphlet or whatever you call it, the thing with the obituary thing, I don't know what that thing, the memorial thing, whatever. The thing that Charlie said on there was, and I remember the last thing he said was live, love, and laugh. And that's the only thing that we can do in life is live, love, and laugh. Try to be the best person we can. I love you, Charlie. R.I.P. Your name will not be forgotten. And anytime I can get people to remember and maintain, the integrity that you had in comedy, I want to do that. I love you.